Close FC Cincinnati hopes to build a stadium on the site of Stargel Stadium in Cincinnati's West End neighborhood. The Enquirer, NyergesFC Cincinnati last week signed a benefits agreement with a group representing West End residents, paving the way for a soccer stadium in the neighborhood. But exactly what's in it? Right now, there is no single document spelling out the details of the Community Benefits Agreement, CBA. A final document is being worked on between the lawyers of all the parties, but officials said it would not be complete for at least another week. So the Enquirer compared both documents to get a full list of promises and arrangements, to see what additional benefits the neighborhood got after 9 hours of negotiations. More, FC Cincinnati Stadium gets $33.9 million in city money, but how much will it cost taxpayers? More, FC Cincinnati team, neighbors agree to benefit pact, then City Council gives its approval. More, first month free. Subscribe to unlimited digital access to Cincinnati.com. Big question, how much will FC Cincinnati spend in West End? A total of $6,170,000 over the 30-year deal. Here's how it breaks down: $100,000 annually for a West End youth soccer program, $100,000 annually for West End community building initiatives, $100,000 one-time payment for a housing study, $50,000 one-time payment for a communication consultant related to affordable housing, $20,000 one-time payment support entrepreneurship training for West End residents. Here's a breakdown of the highlights of the agreement and what the Enquirer analysis found. You can see full versions of both documents below. Significant changes from the tentative deal are noted, if and where any were made. The West End Community Council, FC Cincinnati and the Greater Cincinnati Redevelopment Authority, which is handling the stadium financing, are all parties to the contract. Changed. The Community Council was only a third-party beneficiary in the proposal without full legal standing, such as the ability to sue. The Community Council, with a 3/4 vote, can take action against the team or the authority if it believes the agreement is being violated. Changed. This was added along with other guidelines for enforcing the agreement. Other agreements, such as one between the team and Over the Rhine, cannot diminish the rights of the West End Council. Changed. In an early draft of the proposal, Over the Rhine was going to be a party to the CBA. FC Cincinnati will pay up to $100,000 for a housing study in West End. Residents expressed concerns that the stadium will raise property taxes and rents in the neighborhood. A study could identify problems before they happen, allowing the authority or city officials to address them. Changed. There was no dollar amount attached to this study in the first draft. FC Cincinnati will pay up to $50,000 for a communications consultant to engage West End residents about the affordable housing needs of the neighborhood. Changed. This is a new expense for the team that was not in the original proposal. The authority will take over options for properties in the West End acquired by FC Cincinnati from the Cincinnati Metropolitan Housing Authority. The authority and the Seven Hills neighborhood houses will pick a developer to build mixed-income market-rate housing. No change. The authority has named West End-focused community, which could mean additional investment, land banking and help address vacant property. Changed. This provision was added during the negotiations. Why it's important. The authority has named other city neighborhoods, including Evanston and Bond Hill, as focus communities for redevelopment. A community advisory council will be formed to oversee the agreement and encourage communication between the parties and the city. It will have 17 members appointed by Cincinnati's mayor. Changed. The Community Council gets recommendation power for more seats, and Taft IT High School's principal also has a seat. A 9-member Community Design Committee will be formed to have input, but not veto power, over the design of the stadium. Changed. In the proposal. The duties of this committee were to be performed by the Advisory Council. FC Cincinnati will pay at least $100,000 annually to create, and then support a West End youth soccer program. Changed. This is new money FC Cincinnati must pay compared to the first draft. The program was mentioned in the proposal, but no dollar amount was attached to it. The FC Cincinnati Community Fund will pay at least $100,000 annually for appropriate programming and community building activities in West End, intended for academic and extracurricular activities for West End students. Changed. The first of these payments will go directly to a housing fund. FC Cincinnati will pay $20,000 to support entrepreneurship programs in the neighborhood. Changed. This money was earmarked for Over the Rhines Mortar, a business development company. In the proposal, the contractor hired to construct the stadium will hold 2 job fairs. Changed. A new idea added to the CBA in negotiations. FC Cincinnati will be a dues-paying member of the West End Business Association once it is operational. Changed. FC Cincinnati agreed to pay annual dues up to $1,000. FC Cincinnati will help establish a residential parking program, including support of a parking permit district, if the West End Community Council approves. Permits would keep on-street spaces available for residents on game days. The team will pay $10,000 to help implement the program. Changed. The CBA added more details and a dollar amount to this provision. An annual West End Day celebrating the history and culture of the neighborhood will be planned. FC Cincinnati will provide the stadium as a host location for the day. Changed. FC Cincinnati agreed to assist the Community Council with fundraising for housing support in the neighborhood in connection with this event. FC Cincinnati will pay prevailing wages during the construction of the project. The City of Cincinnati has an ordinance requiring this for certain jobs, but the CBA expands FC Cincinnati's obligation to all jobs. Changed. This was in the proposal. However, additional labor items were added, including a requirement for full-time FC Cincinnati employees to be paid at least $15 an hour. FC Cincinnati will create a scholarship program for West End students. No change, and no dollar amount has been committed. FC Cincinnati committed to hiring 25% minority-owned businesses, 7% women-owned businesses and 30% small businesses for construction, supplies and professional services. No change. Residents of West End, low-income individual living in Cincinnati and those who have been previously incarcerated will be given preference for jobs. No change. A West End Athletic Association will be formed with FC Cincinnati's support. No change. Read or share this story. https://cin.ci/2i2